Now we have some possible AT grenades. Yup, and a mine to boot. This Panther is completely defenseless. Hold on. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 covering a 1v1 game with my cat, as you can see. This game is between a Soviet and an OKW player with playtimes ranging from very good to very good. That being said, that ranking style does not matter and actually goes to player skill and of course a better sort of, how do I put this, ranking system that actually shows like win rate, stuff like that, not just playtime. But I can't look at that because that would be actually helpful. What I can look at is commanders, and as well we can see Luftwaffe versus something. So we'll see which one Vector picks. But we got as well Dell on the OKW side. And again, should be an interesting game. But if you have an interesting game for a 1v1 through 4v4 game, submit to my Gmail or Discord down below. Just make sure you have your name, a title, and a short description saying why your game should be covered on Greyshot Productions. And again, I cover those games live on Twitch, or I post the best ones onto YouTube. So, alright, we got our answer. Vector went Shock Mortar. Standard start for the OKW with 2 Volk and a Sturm, while on the other side we have multiple conscripts and an engineer. We are on the map, by the way, Vilshanka, which is a map I've not been on for some time. Here, hold on one sec. Tally, have you played on this map in a while? Have you covered this? No? 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 Okay. She's a very skilled gamer, for those who don't know. She's in the top 100 on 1v1. So, you know, I want to ask her opinion, as she knows a lot about CoH2, right? She's giving me the death glare right now. Anyway, engineers grab the northern capture point. Conscripts engaging the Volk squads for its first engagement. Alright. These men are moving on in, and if they can get the cover, they can put some damage on that Volk squad without them being able to really do too much. But Vector decides, no, we're going to go in close and personal because we have more troops as well. Again, I think cover would have been the preferable option, but whatever. Engineers get into the church, and the Volk squads are sent back. Victory point-wise, it's about dead even, although we have with the OKW over here grabbing the territory and try to put some shots on the engineer squad in good cover. Meanwhile, again, more conscripts are being deployed. Molotov to cocktails, have we gotten them yet, is the question. No, we have not. Vector can get it, just hasn't yet. And the reason I bring that up is just because the OKW most likely will be having his truck out soon, or at least he should, which would give him incendiary. So you probably want to make sure you have something to counteract the enemy, right? Anyway, so Volk squads will continue up there. Meanwhile, we got Sturm Pioneers engaging conscripts. They did place a mine from what we can see, and also use barbed wire to make sure the enemy can't use it. So there's that. Conscripts are lighting up the Sturm, but again, there's only 2 windows here. So really, it's just these 2 guys inside the building firing. The rest of them are like, yeah, it's fine. I'm sure you guys got this. But I bring that up just because it does decrease the efficiency at which they're being shot at. So anyway, Sturm lose another model. They're still doing some work, but in mid, we have a counterattack by 2 OKW Volk squads, now versing 2 conscripts. If he moves to cover, he should be fine. Conscripts have yet to get Molotov, so again, cover is his friend, but nope. Wow, I sound like a horse right there. Pushing on in, while the conscripts are like, wait, you're not... Okay, we're taking that position, thanks. And focus onto that conscript. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, that conscript did get focused on. The other one got incendiary thrown on it. But he's closing the gap with more troops coming on in. Overwhelming the Volk squad, sending them packing. Yeah, now it's just, hey, you want to send in more men? Nope, he can't. 2 more Volk squads have poured in from the north. So it looks like the Soviets might be overwhelmed. Where I'm just whelmed. No. Let's see. Conscripts sent back. Volk squads hold the territory. Car just blew up for some reason. And the double Volk squads up north will capture the fuel, which will allow the Germans to get double fuel. Or so you would think, but no. Down south, conscripts managed to decap the fuel, but I don't think that will last very long, as Sturm Pioneers send them back to base. Now, there's some chat in the Doctrines, and that is between Shock Mortar and Fallschirmjäger. To be fair, out of the 2, right, I see a lot more potential Okay, how do I put this? The higher DPS in damage for like a single one-off thing might be the Stormvic strike, right? For an airstrike compared to the airborne. Airborne has a lot more planes, but this comes in at a good pace and can just murder MGs and such. Also, it's more cost effective. Make sure you kill something rather than a bunch of planes you can't control coming in and maybe hurting stuff, right? Meanwhile, the ISU-152 is a very powerful tank, but it is very costly, right? And in a 1v1, you have to make sure it's protected, and that can be very difficult, especially if you don't have additional units always protecting it. And if you constantly keep units around it or close by to it, you may not be able to get around the map as quickly as you may like, which may allow the enemy to get more territory. That's what we see in a lot of 1v1s when people get King Tigers, Tigers, Yag Tigers, etc., is they try to protect the big thing, and unfortunately the enemy just goes around, or they don't, and then the enemy's like, I can take out that big sucker because I can use Mark Target, among other things. He doesn't have Mark Target, though, in this case. He does have Shock Troops. That's good against infantry, not so much against big tanks. Well, sorry, not very good against protecting against other tanks. Now, Dell doesn't have infantry designed for that, but he could smoke the ISU-152, causing sight block and other issues. We also have Valiant Assault that can boost Fallschirmjägers, which are solid infantry. Out of the two, I think medium to long range Fallschirmjägers probably would be the key here in terms of beating shock troops. If the shock troops can close the gap, they can beat Fallschirmjägers, but the question is closing the gap, especially if they're going to be fighting more in like bigger, wide open sections, right? And especially with an ISU-152 blowing everything up, right? If there is an engagement, that could hurt the Fallschirmjägers because of manpower costs, but it also could help because then it makes the shock troops' ability to push a little bit harder if there's no cover, no way for them to conceal their advance. Anyway, and also the airstrikes could cause an issue for the ISU-152, but we shall see what comes of it. Vulcan Stern push north, conscripts hiding in the church, doing the best they can. Again, I think they have just enough firepower here, but again, you can see here all these guys in the church just not shooting. So, not really going to do all that much. Plus, its shock ISU would not even guard. That's fair. ISU-152 has two doctrines. Preferably, the guard forces do more against infantry and armor, so typically they're more picked. Also, again, you have Minesweepers, so more DPS if you remove that. But guard forces could provide that support for that way you don't need as many units, but we'll see what they do. We'll see what Vector and Dell does. Already Dell has gotten Fallschirmjägers on the field, concealing themselves in the bar, or I guess next to the hay, sorry. Any enemy infantry that decides to come on in will get a first strike against them, so hey, that's pretty damn good, right? That can be a lot of damage very quickly upon especially weaker infantry. Conscripts are not exactly, you know, known for going toe-to-toe against the elite troops. They're not. They're cheap infantry, but they can be upgraded to be 7-man squad, and then they're pretty potent. But until then, if there's 6 models and those Fallschirmjägers get that initial strike, you better be hoping that you have something. How do I put this? You better hope you have something else with those conscripts. Now, luckily, Vector does have something with the conscripts, and that is a T-70. And this is where we have a major issue for the OKW. We can see here that most of his infantry, while they do have Faust, are close-range anti-tank, whereas he probably needs something long-range anti-tank to deal with this sucker. Until then, as this T-70 just backs on up, he'll be fine, as long as he keeps his distance. If this T-70 just socially distances itself away from other Volk squads, he'll be okay. Now Fallschirmjägers got revealed, I think by accident, and they are now being shot and sent packing. Luckily, he didn't lose any manpower there. But he will need AT, but he has 4 Volk squads, 1 Sturm, and 1 Fallschirmjäger, which makes him not exactly capable of having a lot of manpower right now. He's burning a lot of it for infantry, which, not a bad thing. He has a good infantry army, but now it's a bad thing because he's trying to get an AT gun and he can't afford it, right? So, probably should have made sure to have an AT gun, especially when you notice your enemy is not deploying any MGs, mortars, AT, like, they have no support. It might be a good idea to get out a backup AT gun, especially as the OKW, because it is easier than the Austere. Hold on. Faust him! Alright, well that T-70, again, did check his corners and just got Fausted. Now, Is there a way for the OKW to kill it? Not really. No. Conscripts will protect it. Oh, wait, hold on. Conscripts will murder that man. That was a great shot by the T-70 putting down that Volk. But, now we have a bit of an interesting combination, because now, technically, conscripts do have a small edge. There are 4 conscripts and 1 shock troop versus 3 Volk squads, 1 Sturm, and a Fallschirmjäger. Again, I might give the edge to the OKW as long as the conscripts don't get upgraded. If they do, then I give the conscripts an edge because the 7-man squads are really damn potent. But until that time, I'm kind of interested, right? Until that time, I think Volk squads have the scaling and also the upgrade ability. But weirdly, Dell has not actually gotten those upgrades. I mean, to be fair, we know why. Shrek's in the barbed wire, right? You get that stuff for the unit. It does cost some stuff. And also, we got ourselves the upgrade here for Fallschirmjägers. Up. We get in mid, the T-70's coming back. Sturm Pioneer is going after the... Shock Troops going after the Sturm Pioneer, which could make the North very vulnerable. Oh, Panzer Headquarters protects it. It was a trap, ladies and gentlemen. It was a trap. And the Shock Troops were sent packing. Now it's a counterattack by the Germans with the best infantry of the Soviets gone. A T-gun's now finally being made after he made a support weapon Campania. Conscripts in good cover are putting shots on the Volk. Up north, that T-70 still popping shots. Why are you removing cover? You're literally under fire. That made him lose a lot of health. Does get a good Shrek shot off. And very next to a mine. So there are Soviet mines scattered about. Needs to be very careful. Volk squads cover the Sturm's retreat. Fallschirmjägers are covering the other Volk squad trying to grab the victory point. Actually, victory points being taken across the map, including by the Soviets. The Soviets are like, nah, I'm still taking yours. I'm still taking the North. But maybe the T-70 can go after it, or just maybe kill these Volk. They're building cover. Makes it very easy to neutralize them. Anyway, AT guns going north. Fallschirmjägers having a shooting match against conscripts and easily winning that fight with their upgraded guns. So very good to see. Volk squads, again, continue to build that cover. Just some of them needed to go to see a medic. AT gun on standby. T-70 is getting healed. What is the Soviet plan? Well, right now, I mean, to be fair, if he wanted to get, right, his men upgraded, he could do this. Preferably, I don't, because it is a bit... you don't need to. Like, you can get it earlier, but I just find it kind of a little bit of waste. I would rather just get the next building rather than get this. But if you really need, right, to get, like, an upgrade for your men, you could do it. I just don't see why. Unless, you know, Johnny's in chat, maybe he has a reason as why you would go that. Maybe if you get a lot of this stuff, but we'll see. We'll see what the OKW... I mean, to be fair, Vector does have the resources to go, so I could easily see him doing it now. But again, he could also just buy the next building, so... Anyway, Volk squad's pushing on up and trying to get back the territory they lost. Resource-wise, it's dead even on fuel, but the Soviets have an edge in munitions, which is helping out because he has over 370 munitions under his control, which means very soon, airstrikes. IL-2 Sturmovik strikes coming on in. Wow, Dell, that's not very kosher now, is it? What the heck? Okay. I find it very interesting that you're complaining about the Soviets, and to be fair, I've not seen, like, anything cheesy. Wait, most, like, oh, MH means, most likely means map hacks. Really? I have not, like, there's nothing in this game that has shown, like, map hacks. Like, I would get it if the Soviet went around, right, and got something off the OKW. But everything that has so far been done has been pretty revealing. Yeah, and there's also the scout mode, which is a fair point, chat. The T-70 can increase its range with this to see further. So, grenade being thrown. A little bit of an issue with pathfinding, so he does still get hit but via health, but not model losses. Again, Soviets to continue their advance. And this guy's over, like, this guy's charging north, like, by himself, where the cutoff position, where that person would be retreating, is in the line of 2 conscripts. Fallschirmjägers do come on in and drive the enemy back. He does have 2 AT guns, which Okay, that's fine. You essentially cut off the T-70, but I mean, cool. Right now, the biggest issue is the fact that he's having trouble breaking through. Oh, and here comes the cervix strike. Oh, heck of a hit. Now the T-70's going at him. Going for the kill on the Rakenwerfer. Great job there. And kills the unit and also the retreat. Oh, nope, he escaped. Use the building so he can't get a shot. That is why the cervix strike is so good. It absolutely massacres infantry. So now the OKW has to remand that unit, and yeah, it's unfortunate. It's like, well, hey, you thought you were manpower issues before? Well, enjoy having to recrew your units constantly, especially if you keep losing it. Again, here's that recon mode. You can see the man popping out his binoculars. He can't exactly leave. Oh, shock troops scared away the sturm. Awesome. Sending the unit away. All right. Fallschirmjäger's opening fire. Sending back the conscripts. Fallschirmjäger needs to hopefully grab that territory. Shock troops are grabbing the victory point, which again, it's still really close. I'll give it that. All right, Volk Squad can jump in and maybe fire some shots. And again, as long as he's paying attention, he can dodge a shot, dodge a grenade or anything thrown at him. Let's see. German forces slowly coming on up. Soviet forces got themselves some better armor. I will say it's a little bit interesting because I don't mind the T-34, especially because we know that there is a Soviet AT gun, right? So at least we know that this Soviet player has AT for something more serious. But when the enemy has 2 AT guns, and also, because again, it was right next to the base, expect the enemy to get that back, right? We have not seen any armor from the Germans. They just went for a Panther. That T-34 is going to have a real rough time fighting that. Sure, you have AT grenades and you do have that, but this could be a bit of an issue, which is why maybe an S-285 or something could be a little better. But if he's just trying to have mobile armor to, you know, hit infantry, that's fine. But I think the AT guns and stuff make it a little bit more difficult. But whatever, it's fine. I mean, to be fair, you can always sacrifice the T-34 to use this gun and the AT grenades to finish off that Panther. Hell, he could technically, I mean, it wouldn't do too much, but he could also do the cervix strafe if he really wanted to from the rear against this, if you want to do some damage. Again, it doesn't do a lot, but it can make the difference if you're trying to make sure it does go down. Because this does do a decent amount to or lighter armor targets or rear armor. Not amazing, but it's like armor-piercing rounds. Armor-piercing rounds can finish off something and give you that small edge. Which I've seen a couple times in replays. OKW kind of throwing, not getting SDGs. That's fair. I agree, chat. Why is this man not getting SDG 44s for any of his Volk squads? Right? Now he's getting an MG. Okay. Panther not shooting, just using the Pintle. Alright. He could break this cover, but no. Let's not help the team. Conscripts pushing in mid. Oh, he did place a minefield. And again, he does have the heavy fortifications. So we know the munitions are going toward mines. They're not going toward upgrading his men, which would be beneficial, I don't know, to increase his DPS. But what do I know? I've just casted like 1,000 games at this point. Who cares? Fallschirmjägers get first strike. Doing quite a bit to that conscript, sending them both back. Great shots. Almost Ved 2. Panther on standby. Soviets have been a little bit on the back foot. Now, I will say before someone's like, Greyshot, why didn't he save up for his ISU-152? That would have easily been able to hold back the Panther. Very simple. He doesn't have the command points. Right now he needs 14. He only has 10. And even if he did save for it, not using your resources makes it more difficult to get more command points if you're not getting kills, right? I do like his AT gun. I like him blowing up the mines with just AT gun shots. It's like, well, it's not doing anything, so why not blow up some mines, right? Good job there. Especially if the enemy is right there. Minesweepers aren't going to really help you because if you go up and try to remove the mines, they're just going to shoot you to death. So, speaking of being shot to death, Volk squads try to move up. Now this engineer will need to pull back. But T-70 doing what it can. 10 kills right now. Has gotten itself up to veteran C2, which allows some nice upgrades. Now Volk squads are getting closer. Oh, hits the mine. Oh, get the kill. Run through your own fire. Oh my lord. Yes! T-70 gets its third wipe of the day? I think it's third wipe of the day. Up to 14 kills. Now we have some possible AT grenades. Yup, and a mine to boot. This Panther is completely defenseless. Hold on. We have smoke coming in, though, to cover its retreat. Which, okay, you actually just helped the AT gun, too. T-30. Oh, another Zis gun. Soviets like, we have AT for days, you son of a bitch. Now fire! Again, T-34 does go down to the Panther and AT, but recrew that maybe. Here comes the air support. Oh my god, it's so close. Okay, this is what you could have remanned that AT gun. Yeah. Wow. No. The Soviet not Soviet. The the German air support via this will suppress infantry, though it will go after armor as well. After the initial strafes. It's good that the OKW did lose some units. It is unfortunate we lost a T-34, though, and we didn't get the Panther kill. Now, very easily can upgrade these guys, right? Oh, I'm sorry, the conscripts are upgraded. They got 7 men, right? Okay, so it's easy to recruit this AT gun. Perfect. But I feel like you should have remanned the AT gun and fired on it. Again, there's a lot going on, but if you wanted that Panther dead, I feel like that was a missed opportunity. But at least you killed a Volk squad. I don't think it's worth the T-34, but at least you did damage, threw the Panther away, or made it, be out of action for a while. Now the T-70 can come in and maybe do some damage or help out. And I didn't realize, Vector, that you did get a second AT gun, but I think that was a good call, especially once you realize the enemy had a Panther. So that AT was greatly needed. Alright, once again using recon mode to scout out his advance. Engineers moving forward. The Germans, again, Dell is bringing up AT gun to guard mid, but right now he's at a deficiency in terms of his infantry. He only has 2 Volk, one Fallschirmjäger, and 1 Sturm. That's not a great army size compared to 4 conscripts, 7 man apiece, and a shock troop, right? That's a lot of damage. Conscripts now can, oh, it's okay, when they're not suppressed, can do quite a bit. Now AT guns are firing at will, easily pushing back the Panther. Down to half health once again. It's like, get out of here with that thing. Now he is pushing forward the Sturm, but T-70 coming in clutch. Does get shot at, but can take multiple shots with a Sturm. Conscripts covering and sends the engineer unit back. T-70 needs some heals, but again, one positive about this doctrine is conscripts, penals, whatever. They can heal this T-70. It's not just engineers. So that T-70 can just get repairs from a bunch of conscripts real quick and just sent back to the front. Not bad when you have essentially 5 engineer units now, right? Actually, I'm pretty sure that it doesn't affect shock troops. I'm 99% sure shock troops don't get the heals. But again, everything else can, so that's pretty good. Another Fallschirmjäger is deployed. It is very good infantry. But again, I'm still curious why he has not upgraded his Volk squads, right? Because otherwise they're gonna not perform as good versus the 7-man conscripts. 7-man conscripts are just gonna do better. I love how he moves up the Fallschirmjäger where the MG was, still under artillery fire. Okay. Luckily the Zisgun's barrage didn't hit it again, but still. Alright, conscripts moving on up. T-70 covering. Again, we're almost vet 3. Oh, Panther going in for revenge. We going in? We going in? Sir, you may have not heard this one before, but let me reiterate. It was a trap. Conscripts, AT guns, all open fire. Panther does manage to. Wait a second. Maybe not. Throw the AT. T-70 covering. Fallschirmjäger tried to move up, but it is absolutely hilarious. T-70 immediately puts it back. AT gun and Volk squad's moving on in, but Conscript's blocking that advance. Or retreat it. Why the fuck are you oh, I think that was a misclick. I think that was a misclick. He might have double tapped that, revealed all the conscripts, and then retreated all of his units. Yeah, that was a big mistake, because those conscripts easily could have showed off and pushed back those men. But no, he didn't. He retreated, and now that gives the OKW a small opportunity to advance. Engineers moving on up. That should help against these Fallschirmjägers. Smoke going down. Panthers being healed up again. We'll see. Right now, the OKW has about 90 munitions. Wait, he just got something. Is he placing mines? What is he doing? Oh, he threw a Gammon bomb, which didn't kill anything. Man, this is a weird. Sir, the Soviets have confirmed we have a plot of land right here. Oh, good. That's great. How do we have that if it's in enemy territory? Sir, we bought it online. See, if you buy a plot of land, the Germans say they'll plant a tree for the environment, and it will be a gag gift where we will be considered a lord. It's very interesting, sir. I'm sure it's not a scam. The Germans definitely wouldn't scam us. Oh my god. Anyway, Soviet forces push on in against the Stern Pioneer. They don't stop the decap, which again, still pretty close in the victory. Still pretty close on the victory point. Does get hit by an AT gun shot. T-70, Vet 3 pulls away. AT gun opened fire on the Panther. The other AT gun, unfortunately, is being hit by the Fallschirmjäger and Volk. But the other Volk, hold on, not paying attention. Vet 4-1 goes down. Honestly, worth a decrew of the Zis gun if that's the case. Let's not lose the shock troops, though. It is funny how the OKW keeps losing more units than the Soviets. Soviets have lost support crews. Oh, there's ISU-152. Has high explosive rounds, so we'll do a lot more damage versing the infantry. Again, conscripts should probably reman that and take the south, but hey, so far so good. T-70 moving on in. Again, can use recon to allow sight for the ISU-152. Fallschirmjäger trying to be sneaky, but can't be as much with the ISU-152 firing literally down its neck. Gammon bomb, light bundle grenade thrown. Sturmix strike comes on in, hits the building, unfortunately. Doesn't kill the cannon morpher, but does send it back. So, a lot of resources, not a lot to show from it. Now, right now, the ISU-152, I love how it bounced their cannon morpher shot, but again, very good armored unit. You just need solid protection. Now, I think that is the case because we have 2 AT guns, a recon unit, and also plenty of 7-man conscripts, right? There's plenty of stuff to guard it, so as long as he does that, I think he's okay. AT gun hits the Panther, it retreats. Again, conscripts just chilling. I think it stopped building the cover, so that could be a little weird. They're moving up north. Again, also, all Vet 3. All these conscripts are Vet 3 beasts, right? They get all sorts of good stuff. So even the Fallschirmjäger could have a hard time fighting these guys. Oh, it killed the MG. Thank you, chat. There was an MG in that building. You're right. I forgot about the OKW's MG. Hold on. Panther going in. Oh, wait. No, cover. Or the horse? Something blocked the Panther shot. Maybe the fence. Whatever. AT grenade thrown. Hits the Panther once again. Hey, guys. This Panther is being more historically accurate with its engine. Constantly falling apart. It did take the conscripts to do that, but hey, you know, they won it. In this match, Vector and Dell wanted to make sure that Panther was living up to its historical potential of constantly breaking down. Fallschirmjägers, even though they're doing decent damage against conscripts, they will be unable to hold with that ISU-152 right there. Double AT guns do fire, hit the ISU-152 from the side and get some rear armor shots. Conscripts, though, pull back. Up north, we have one conscript grabbing the victory point. But again, as long as the ISU-152 is firing from range, he can still shoot and outrange these cannon morphers to do quite a bit. Which he's doing right now. Hits the Sturm, it's the AT gun, and the other AT gun's flanked by the conscripts. So they're not even able to capture the center victory point. Alright, the Germans are going to need to think of a plan. A very good plan. A plan that no one could see coming. And that plan is, let's not upgrade the Volk squads and keep doing exactly what we're doing. I'm sure that'll work. Population-wise, the Germans are down, so they need to start getting some kills, which is against a Soviet player. So you would assume that would be easy, but this OKW player is showing that no, it can be rather difficult. Now, this ISU-152 is down to about 55% health, right? It does need something to get back up to 100%. Now, luckily, double engineer, which he didn't really need to get. He could just rely on conscripts, but he did. So he can solely focus a core team of guys to heal the ISU-152, I assume. Also, again, being Vet 3, it could... Wait, hold on. Yeah, it does get the repair rate increase, but... Again, you could also have done that with this. But again, he won the flamethrower. ISU-152 bringing the Vilshanka down to about 3/4 of his health. Saving up for the King Tiger. I mean, that's fine, but in chat, in case you're wondering why that's probably not the best idea, a King Tiger is a big tank that it can be very solid, right? The problem is, we've seen this... Oh, is he really charging? I mean, this guy's still firing his AT gun shots, so... sorry, his artillery shots. Hold on, Panther's going in. If he does combat blitz, that could actually help him out a lot. There is no T-70 trying to assist the blocking. Hold on, Panther, if he keeps penetrating, he could kill it. Hold on. Okay, W actually... Oh, he missed, though. Gets a shot. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, he takes it down. Holy shit. Take a shot. Take a shot. Oh. Does not escape. Not... I mean... Okay. Now it's different. Now we're in a whole new ball game. Now we're in a situation where the King Tiger has no big heavy armor to worry about. He has AT guns, sure. But as long as he has infantry support, he should be okay. Okay. That won't kill its engine because it doesn't have enough damage against its engine. But that's not too bad. This was the worst trade deal in history. I wouldn't... I mean, like... Panther versus ISU-152, at least you're bringing out something more expensive. The problem is the OKW is still not great because Vector still has a good amount of fuel and resources. He can still replenish that. Dell can't very easily replenish a dead Panther. And he's still having trouble with the amount of infantry. Now, if the SU-85 does die and along with the AT gun stuff, leaving the ISU alone without infantry screens hurts my soul to see. That's true. I mean, to be fair, his infantry, I think we're back at base healing. I think that, again, maybe having conscripts heal that unit would have been better protection, because then you could just get them off and throw AT grenades at the Panther, but we'll see. Vet 4, Vilshanka, again, pretty damn good. Get some nice abilities to heal. Cervix Strike coming on in. That's more of just a get out of my face sort of hit, not really a, hey, I'm going to kill you. Because, did he activate AA mode? Why would you act... Okay, fun fact, AA mode's not going to shoot down that plane before it comes in, so don't use it against strafes. If you have an Oswind in the corner of a map on Sittard Summer, sure, that works. But on this, no, it's not. Unless it's a loiter. If it's a loiter, yeah, it'll work. But anything else, no. Alright, here come the conscripts. Nah, 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 nah. Alright. Recanover misses the SU-85. Probably should keep one unit to grab that territory. But Soviets are grabbing quite a bit. Again, they have more men than the Germans. King Tiger is still a nuisance for the Soviets, but so long as they can bring up the infantry and cover their AT guns, they should be fine. Speaking of which, where are their AT guns? Okay, they're both coming back. Oh, nice bundle grenade, sends one conscript packing. Has yet to kill a conscript. We're 34 minutes in this game. It's oh my, please tell me no. He's not. Okay. I truly thought it was going to be taken out, but okay. Oh, that man went flying. The Soviets literally kicked a German halfway across the map. Works out. Volk Squad, Vet 5, asking German command, "Sir, can we please have an STG-44, please? We need to hold we really need to hold the Eastern Front. Just two STG-44s, please." But no, nope. Even with 156 munitions, he refuses to upgrade his men. Alright, AT gun shots push back the ISU-152. AT guns, though, moving on in. Probably shouldn't group up like this. Probably separate a little more, but... Oh, this ISU-152 is going to die. Oh, wait, no. Shock troops send it back before he can fire a shot. Although, you know, Panzer headquarters will send him away. Red blob. See, a red blob, chat, is actually just the blob. Which is a cheesy 50s movie with some good social commentary, or a fantastic 80s movie with great social commentary. So, you know. Also great horrifying effects. Like, the man dissolving on in the blob with the woman pulling his arm. Great scene. Speaking of which, Lemmy's other mole, thank you for following. That is also fantastic. Yeah, if you want an 80s movie that will still probably give you nightmares, I highly recommend The Blob. Speaking of which, conscripts push back the Vilshanka, bring it down to almost no health. Wait, do we really have 6? Wait, 6 infantry squads plus 2 engineers. Oh, we do. We have 2 shock troops. Okay, that's a lot of good infantry. ISU-152 and double AT about to hit that king. Again, not enough infantry screens to stop that. King Tiger does push back the conscript. Could get spearhead, but that will stop it from firing for a little bit of time. Some bouncing occurring, so the King Tiger doesn't take too much damage. Shock troops going north, now south. Conscripts as well, taking some additional territory in the south. But Panzer IV is flanking. Misses the shot, can't snare it. AT guns are still firing on the King, driving it away. But meanwhile, Panzer IV is being hurt. Conscript pushes and takes down the Raketwerfer. Hold on. T-70, help your buddy out. I can't believe the T-70 gets a rear armor shot. Oh, AT guns. Oh, no. Snare it. Snare hits. Now take it down, men. Last shots. Nope. King Tiger putting shots on it. Vilshanka's flanking from the north. Again, they're too close. T-70 needs to save it. That's a big loss for the Soviets to lose, again, your armored vehicle. T-70 going on in. Shock troops trying to as well put some damage on that Vilshanka. But we lost an AT gun. We lost an ISU-152. However, before I say anything, I just realized he lost the Volk squad. And he's down to 4 infantry. Really 2 front line. And then 2 armored vehicles, both in need of serious repairs. Now, luckily, the Vet 5 Stern Pioneer, I'm gonna be honest, pretty solid, right? Will help out quite a bit. And as well as you upgrade this with mechanics, they should be able to heal up, right? But again, not a lot of infantry to cover a large map. OKW just doesn't have the infantry to cap the map. I agree. He has some solid infantry, right? But it's not going to be enough. As 2 units can obviously showcase. Oh, wait, hold on. Is he... Can we... Oh my god, it's so low. That would have been incredible if he just got put down immediately. But, technically it's 3 Vilshankas. Which, okay. Also, the Soviets have gotten themselves a 3rd AT gun. So they're truly relying on the Soviet men in order to replenish their equipment. It's like, literally, let's just have bodies on the map to outdo the enemy. Chat, I don't know the rank. Simply put... Actually, hold on. Actually, hold on 1 second. I can figure this out. Oh, sorry. What was it? CoH2? Yes. I keep forgetting to put this on, so that's my bad. So I think you guys should be able to see a little thing on the side. So you guys should be able to see the rank of these guys. My apologies. I keep forgetting to set that on, or when I reset my computer. So I think that should be live now. And I think you guys should be good. Okay. You guys should be able to see this. Alright, you guys should be able to see it now. Alright. AT guns on standby with T-70. Once again, map hacking, as once claimed. So, again, he is currently map hacking with the T-70 since he uses recon mode. A lot based on what Dell has said. A Recanofer bounced off the king. Stern Pioneer closes the gap. T-70 covering. Fire the Shrek, so T-70 doesn't have to worry. But Recanofer did fire a shot, but misses. Nice shot from the AT gun on the King Tiger. Going forth, but a lot of infantry coming on in. Can we kill it with just AT guns alone? Is the question. Well, something is suppressing that conscript. We don't have an MG. We're suppressing fire? Is it? No, I don't know. Mine, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, engineer sent back. Vet 2 King, 29 kills. I'm watching on mobile. Hold on. Air support coming on in. Which direction? From the north. Oh, AT gun is very low. Good job by that air support. And King Tiger is sent back as well without support. Panzer IV is back up. Hey, you know what? This thing is actually doing pretty damn well. Oh, the hull gets MG suppression. Thank you. Hull will deal suppression. Chat, thank you very much. Panzer IV is literally just ramming itself into the AT gun. Fun fact, chat, you cannot crush an AT gun with a tank. That is not possible. He tried, but fun fact, you cannot do so. And the Zis guns made him pay for it quite quickly. At least I think that's what was happening right there. If it was something else, may need to blur that. Anyway, the German has 3 Fallschirmjägers, 1 Stern Pioneer and AT gun, and getting himself another Panzer IV. Vector currently does not have the resources to get any armor based on manpower, right? Manpower-wise, even a T-34 would be a minute away. Even though Vector has plenty of fuel up to an ISU-152. So, we do have a situation where I will say, regrettably, one of the conscripts has... What the fuck was that? Alright, well, physics just went flying. One of the conscripts did perish, chat. It's the first one of the game. So, in that confrontation, it did die. But, you know. I kind of have been expecting more Soviets to die at this point. T-70 just sitting there, dodging a shot like the Matrix from that King Tiger. The fact that he can't even kill a T-70 is probably the most hilarious thing of the day. King Tiger trying to kill something, but can't seem to do it. Although it's 33 kills, so it's not like he's not doing. Rush up and snare that suck. T-70, please run. Okay. Kill that man! Oh my god. Oh, he went south. He wanted to deal with the Panzer IV. Okay, that's why I moved the conscripts. Makes sense. I was wondering why he wasn't saying the men north instead of south. He wanted to make sure the Panzer IV didn't flank something. Okay. Well, King Tiger's at least heavily injured, so we off the game for a little bit. And remember, this is a game where technically Vector doesn't need to kill the king. He just needs to hold the victory points. And he has 2 of the 3 right now, right? So he's fine. As long as he pushes back that king and is like, hey, I have these 2 points. What are you going to do about it? He's solid. He wins this game. No question. Fallschirmjägers can do what they want to try to grab those points, but so long as he has solid protection, he's fine. Conscripts and shock troops in the north might have a bit of an issue, though. He used armored vehicle I'm assuming he wants to know where that Panzer IV is. Oh, he does. Okay, he does know. So he can move armored in to deal with it. Fallschirmjägers will try to take the north. Shock troops moving on in. Smoke or a bundle grenade could probably hold this back. Grenade is thrown. He's not paying attention. Oh, that's a lot of health damage. Shock troops should have this. And they do. Sending the Fallschirmjäger back. To be fair, Fallschirmjäger just needs medics. He doesn't need to spend manpower, but still. Not great. T-70 just dodging shots again. Love it. When the T-70 outlasts an ISU-152 and a T-34 and an Su-85, never would have thought King Tiger shoots his Zis gun, sending it packing because it's very low on health. Down south, conscripts hold on to the VP, but the other two positions are taken over by the OKW. Can they kill the Zis gun? That would be a nice win. They do. Bet 2, Zis gun is down. T-70 putting shots in the stern. King Tiger going after it. AT guns are down to 2, which could put the Germans in, the Soviets into a bit of a pickle if they can't provide proper coverage. Fallschirmjäger blob. I repeat, we have a Fallschirmjäger blob, and to be fair, he could do this. He could absolutely use Valiant Assault if he really wanted to up the DPS of these guys. Just saying. Not too expensive, but yeah, would absolutely start shredding a lot of the infantry on the front. Grenade hurts the Fallschirmjäger a little bit. AT guns trying to keep the King Tiger at bay. But here comes the blob. Does kill that shock troop squad, unfortunately. Zis gun is going to be next. There's going to be no AT for the Soviets. This could be it. Soviets could face some heavy losses here. T-70 down to very low health. That 3 AT gun. Conscripts pulled back. But what's this? The saving grace. The ISU-152 has made its welcome return. And firing on the King Tiger, sending it away. Shock troops moving on in. Heck of a shot on the AT gun. ISU-152 doing what it can. Getting its Pintle machine gun activated. Come on. AT gun is actually taken, so the Germans do get something out of that confrontation. But again, technically the Soviets still have a decent army, but Dell actually starts to gain momentum and gets a bit. Don't push forward! What are you doing? Oh my god, are we about to see a dead ISU-152 immediately? Vector possibly taking the win and throwing it out the window. We shall see. Hold on, King Tiger charged an ISU-152 hoping to kill it, but alas, ISU-152, fun fact, outranged the King Tiger. I don't push! Oh my god, okay. Now, unfortunately, by getting that, Vector did do something which is unfortunate. He doesn't have manpower. He just spent it all on this thing. So all the men are currently waiting in base for their additional supplies, which will come in a minute. Literally, it will take about a minute for him to replenish all this stuff. But that's a minute where the Germans now can quickly go and grab a ton of territory and also all the victory points, which will cause a quick downfall if we don't see a Soviet comeback in the next couple minutes. The Soviets are still have a lead of about 140 VPs, but if we look at this ticker, right, it will take literally 3.5 minutes for this game to be done. I think, right? 3.5, roughly. Whereas the Soviets probably should go off and grab some territory where he can. Now, T-70 going off by itself, pushing back the Fallschirmjäger, but here comes that pesky Panzer IV. Moving on in. T-70 sees it with recon mode and gets out. Dodges once again. Again, I feel like the thumbnail of this video should be the Matrix with the T-70 as its head. I feel like that should be the case because that T-70 survived so much. But anyway, only using engineers to hear the ISU-152. I feel like he's forgetting about the conscripts. I feel like he's forgetting about that. But whatever. He's using the conscripts instead to grab the victory points. And the Fallschirmjägers, for some damn reason, didn't, hold on to this point. I don't understand. King Tiger is healed with 45 kills. So it is doing quite a bit. Wait, bundle? Shock troops dodge. And conscripts will try to grab that point. If they grab it, could be nice. But alas, the King Tiger and Fallschirmjäger does drive the enemy away. And they are starting to rack up some kills. I'm curious about the friendly fire aspect for the Fallschirmjäger, but he gets another Fallschirmjäger? Oh my god, no. Guys, I swear, all I need is Fallschirmjägers. All I need is Fallschirmjägers. I'll win the game with the Fallschirmjägers. T-70 once again dodges the King Tiger shot. Conscripts will try to grab the territory. Again, so long as they can stop the bleed, that would really help him out. T-70 just putting down the Fallschirmjägers as they approach the point. No, I'm sorry, yeah, in case you're wondering, nothing wrong with Fallschirmjägers. I just find it funny that he just keeps getting Fallschirmjägers. It's like, guys, Fallschirmjägers. That's all I need. And hold on, Sir Vic Strike coming on in. He's not paying attention. Or he is paying attention. Stops the point decap. Does waste a lot of munitions, which he may need for snares. So something to keep in mind. ISU-152 is on the front. King Tiger's moving on in as well. Again, I can't deny how many kills this thing has gotten, right? Great shot from the ISU-152 on the King. Engineer trying to grab the territory. We have more conscripts and shock troops coming on in. Hopefully maybe put down this AT gun. That'd be a nice quick kill right there. Oh, nope, he's running. The Luftwaffe infantry will save this game. Well, currently they didn't walk onto the point, so, yeah, the engineer squad did lose the flamethrower, but did grab the territory. So, that's a plus. Fallschirmjäger trying to flank from the north, but conscripts are there to help. Again, could throw a Molotov. Why do you... Oh, he has armor detection to find out where the enemy is. How far can that see? Oh, we can see pretty far. Okay, so he knows where the King is. I also know where the Fallschirmjäger is. Raffle. Yeah, you got put down pretty hard there, buddy. And he's switching back to armor-piercing rounds, too. Alright, 10 points. You need some territory. We have a GG. Will it be a GG in the game? Panzer IV backing up. He's not pushing up. To be fair, if that Fallschirmjäger would have walked onto the territory, he would have stopped the decap. He's going on. We have conscripts right there. We have air support coming on in. Okay. It will suppress, technically. So we can grab... Get your foot on the territory! Nope, they're suppressed, but you can't grab it. That would make too much sense. And, yep, there's GG. Best unit of the game. T-70. No, actually, the conscripts were pretty solid. Fallschirmjägers are dying. Oh, my God. And the King Tiger, you know what? Actually got 54 kills. He did a good job with it. I feel like some of the OKW's forces probably could have died. CC Kiro, thank you very much for the follow. But overall... Not a bad game. Not a bad game at all. Chat, let me know what you think. But overall, Vector, thank you for submitting this replay. 81,000 damage. Solid AT. Still surprised your KD was that much, but I thought it would be closer. Dell, I understand why it was a bit better, especially toward the end, because King Tiger and Fallschirmjägers were getting kills. AT gun got about 15k. Doesn't show Fallschirmjäger. Oh, wow. 1100% efficiency. Damn. Got to get that proficiency. But 12,000 or 12,800 damage for the infantry. Definitely outdoing the Volk squads. But compare that to the Soviets. 32k with the AT guns. Conscripts, 93 kills. Pretty solid stuff. The conscripts with 1800% efficiency. Damn, that's what 7-man squads will do. Actually, no, that's with damage from vehicles. I could add more, but just remove the vehicle damage. It did more damage against infantry than the Fallschirmjägers, and there were just as many. Before someone says there are more conscripts, I mean, he did edge out. So I do want to point that out. That is pretty funny. Okay, how'd the shock troops perform? Shock troops did not perform as well as the Volk squads, so it's a little more even there. But definitely less losses for the Soviets overall. It was probably just decrewing and losing those conscript models, stuff like that. Yeah, T-34 didn't last very long. T-70, very good. I did really enjoy that. ISU-152, that was okay. I feel like again, I feel better protection or just having a conscript there. I feel like Vector, I could be wrong. I feel like with that doctrine, you didn't know the conscripts could have healed your ISU-152. I feel like if you would have realized that, you could have had one guy healing your ISU-152, so that way when the Panther did dive, you could have snared it and easily killed it, right? But at the very least, you did get the Panther. The King Tiger did escape, and I feel like repositioning could have helped. But again, it's a 1v1. It's a lot of micro, so I can't fault too much, right? Overall, I would say great job killing the OKW's men. Great job with your T-70. Great job with your your good defensive positions that you did have, right? And great job pouncing on Dell when his infantry were outside of protection, right? Or outside of like areas which would have easily helped save it. Your armor did die quite a bit, Your armor, I felt, was a little lacking compared to Dell, which I think had slightly better armor plays, but I think his infantry play was much, much worse. But, hey. What do you guys think in chat? Let me know down below. But again, thank you, Vector, for submitting this. This has been Greyshot17. Reminding you guys to submit your replays down below. And, of course, support the channel, whether by liking on YouTube and subscribing, or simply by following on Twitch. However you're watching this, thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot17, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters: Joey G240, Milam, Big Cooch, Aphyria, Ace, Pyro Shark, Tony B 95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.